Hello, my people. Good day to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for your attention. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift. Your attention is not taken for granted in any way, all right? Thank you. My name is Michael Ojola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift, we will continue to explore the depths of our minds, the depths of personal growth, and the depth of self-discovery, the depth of self-improvement. Today, I will anchor today's episode on this statement. Use mistakes as learning opportunities, not as reasons to beat yourself up. Use mistakes as learning opportunities, not as reasons to beat yourself up. Use mistakes as learning opportunities. There is power in using mistakes as learning opportunities instead of reasons to beat yourself up. It's time for us to embrace a compassionate and growth-oriented mindset towards our mistakes. How often do we find ourselves berating ourselves and criticizing ourselves when we make mistakes? We get caught up in a circle of self-judgment, blame, in a circle of self-judgment, blame, in a circle of shame. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we saw mistakes as valuable lessons in our journey towards growth? Let's explore some examples. We will explore some quotes, and then I will drive them home with tips that will help us harness the power of mistakes and transform them into opportunities for learning and self-improvement. Imagine with me for a minute that you are working on a particular project at work, or personally you are just working on a project and you make a critical error. This is a major critical error. See, instead of allowing self-doubt and negative self-talk to take over, I want you to ask yourself this: how can I learn from this mistake, and how can I improve what just happened? How can I learn from this mistake, and how can I improve what just happened? Because I believe that by shifting our focus towards growth, by shifting our focus towards learning, we will be able to identify the lessons within the critical error. We'll be able to identify the lessons within the mistake. We'll be able also to make necessary adjustments, and ultimately we will improve our skills. And when our skills improve, we will improve our performance also. There is a quote by Thomas Edison. You know Thomas Edison, the inventor of light bulb. He once said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This quote highlights the importance of reframing our mistakes as stepping stones to success. Each mistake we make every single day brings us closer to finding the right path and achieving our goal. Every single mistake that you will make today will bring you closer to finding the right path that is for you, to finding the right path for your purpose, to finding the right path to achieve that goal, to finding the right path to have a life that is fulfilling. This is what I will advise you to do. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, all right? Treat yourself with understanding when you make a mistake. Treat yourself with kindness, treat yourself with understanding whenever you make a mistake. Acknowledge that mistakes are a natural part of your learning process. Acknowledge it, that mistakes are a natural part of your learning process, and they are opportunities for your growth. Embrace the mindset of a compassionate coach. Like, be compassionate towards yourself. Be your own life coach. Be your own compassionate coach, all right? Have self-compassion. Encourage yourself to learn from your experience and move forward. That's the first tip I will give you. Practice self-compassion. Let's look at another scenario like that. You know that you've made one or two mistakes. Let's say that you're learning a new skill, for example. Maybe you're trying to play a musical instrument, a piano, a wind instrument like a trumpet or a saxophone like that. Those brass equipment, instruments like that. So you're just learning to play a musical instrument. During practice, you make numerous mistakes, all right? You struggle with certain techniques. You struggle with certain chord formations and all that. Instead of being discouraged, like I was when I was learning how to play a guitar, until today I stopped. If I said I have one regret, it would be that I did not fully commit myself, because I was I believe I was mistreated by the person that was teaching me. But that is not an excuse for me to have stopped. But I did stop. Until today, I cannot play any musical instrument. So instead of becoming discouraged like I was, remind yourself that every mistake is an indication of progress. Every mistake is an indication of progress, because you don't have a quote unquote compassionate instructor like I did not have then. That is what I believe. That doesn't mean you should stop. Find another person that will teach you and be committed to that. Do you understand me? So do not be discouraged. Remind yourself that every mistake is an indication of progress. Each mistake that you make reveals an area where you can focus your efforts to improve and refine your skills. Whenever you make a mistake at a point, look at that place closely. That mistake is telling you that this particular area, you need to improve some things. You need to refine your skills around this area so that you'll be able to complete your learning process and you become a professional musician in one way or another. Do you understand me? So Henry Ford said something. He said, failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Failure is the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. What this quote reminds us is that mistakes are not permanent setbacks. No. They are not permanent setbacks, but they are rather chances to recalibrate and approach our endeavors with greater wisdom and with greater insight. That is what Henry Ford is trying to tell us, that see, whenever you make any mistake, do not see them as a permanent setback. All right, do not do that to yourself. Do not see them as a permanent setback. Rather, see them as chances to recalibrate and approach your endeavors with greater wisdom and greater insight. This is what I will tell you. Develop a growth mindset. Embrace the belief. That is a growth mindset. The belief that intelligence and abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. That is a growth mindset. Embracing the belief that intelligence and abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. That will help you develop a growth mindset that will not see failure as permanent setbacks, but will see them as a chance to get greater wisdom and to get greater insight. Do you understand me? So emphasize the process of learning. Emphasize the process of improvement rather than solely focusing on the end result. Oh, I did not make that profit. What did you do? How many people did you talk to today? That is the growth thing. Yesterday you spoke to maybe 5 people. Today you are able to pitch your product to like 15 people. You've grown. Yeah, the end result is also important, but that focus on the systems and the process first. That is a growth mindset. So by cultivating a growth mindset, you'll be more resilient in the face of mistakes. You'll be more resilient in the face of adversities and setbacks, and you will continuously strive for self-improvement. All right, you will continuously strive to grow yourself. So by shifting your perspective on mistakes, you open yourself up to valuable learning opportunities. Mistakes then become stepping stones towards your personal and professional growth rather than reasons to beat yourself up. Remember, even the most accomplished people that you know in your life have always made mistakes, have made countless mistakes. As you are listening today, they are even making some along their journey to success. So, my people, I encourage you to embrace a compassionate and growth-oriented mindset towards your mistakes. Use them as valuable learning opportunities. Use them as stepping stones towards your success. Let me finish this today by saying this. Treat yourself with kindness, all right? Treat yourself with understanding and foster a growth mindset that celebrates the process of learning and improvement. What have we been talking about today? Use mistakes as learning opportunities, not as reasons to beat yourself up. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.